feast your eyes on your featured players.
You're looking great for this place. 9 kills on the Unbeatable Grim. There's also Expert MY Stain. Kuza is down there somewhere, and we're looking at MPX Axis, MPX Oman. These are the feature plays, kind of the same, and I'd say almost similar kind of damage and kills. They're not that big of a difference, but this time the fly path coming up from shooting range down to Sonovska military base. So we can see Yudu Gang is having a great day, getting himself one of the fastest to drop here. I gotta have to say, Flight Pump actually plays a big part when it comes to the placement and also the team itself to get themselves faster loot than the rest of the team that drop, especially on the southern side of the map. We're talking about Net Brotherhood and also Bigatron. So they will take a lot of time to get themselves the items that they need. While you the gang will be the first one, as well as PMY with Northern Jogopool will be their selective and dropping points. All the rest of the team, they will be scattered. The flight paths gonna kind of make every place is reachable, but this circle, goodness me, what's wrong with the last few games of the circle today?
Oh, well, at least something for us. Rejoice, rejoice, people, rejoice. Those who like tricky circles, rejoice because now we are having a good time. Well, the flight path is it's opposite. It covers opposite ground as compared to the earlier Erangel game. This time, Yudu Gang, they get their northern side, which they really love so much. It was the opposite during the first Erangel game today. So good for Yudu Gang in this round. So it's a good start for them, but it will be a challenge as well because they need to go all the way down south. It could possibly end up at the military base island. So it'll be interesting to see, like, lots of teams, they'll be forced to go through the bridge, or maybe someone to get creative going through the water area. We need to see how it goes, or maybe even a swimming Olympics could happen.
Make me miss H2O a lot now.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so fun fact for everyone. So I did get to ask H2O as well, and of course, thanks to comments as well. We did get to ask them, like, do you really like water? And they said yes. Their deliberate strategy was actually going through the water because the possibility of bumping into other teams is way, way lesser. So fun fact for you guys who observe H2O and their patterns, yes, they love water and it's a deliberate strategy.
But back about the game, that still have what that's left of the top 16 teams here. Last survivor, they will try to stay out from any fights possible with Austin. They prefer the chicken dinner camping from their side, but this will not actually favor them that much here. Kind of right at the corner of a circle, but they need to cross that vast sea in between. Speaking of which, it will be on the southern side of the map here, unless the circle will land it upon that bridge, which gonna be more bloodbath than we expect it to be.
Yeah, this will be a tricky one. Oh, we do see here some early rotations into the main island, into the southern island here. So Bapa got their vehicles though. Are they going to go straight in? But Bigatron, they are a little bit on the bridge there. So it could be a little bridge campaign. ESG, on the other hand, have Team No Recall as well as Resurgence to deal with. Oh, by the way, fun fact as well, Kaya from H2O is watching us. So Kaya, thank you so much for tuning in as well. And yes, we said good things about H2O earlier on.
Now back to Nova Noye. We do know that Ned Brother and Bigatron will camp that bridge as much as they want to. This is their domain. We're talking about Sonovska military base never been breached by just the two teams who happen to, know every nook and cranny, but ESG already marching toward the west side, just around the ferry pier outskirts of the bridge there. We do know Net Brother, the one who dropped themselves around that kind of a bridge. Will they bridge camp this or ESG take it out for themselves first? While the rest of the team, if it's lucky enough, a little bit of mainland will be inside of that circle. There's still chances are like maybe 20% left for the rest of the mainland that at the edge of the circle will be included in the last couple of circles. But we have to wait and see how the progress of the circle for the next phase here. That will be the judgment based on how we're gonna see this game. But secret, they will be approached by Resurgence. They are going for aggressive for Resurgence this time. Look at that. New high will fall to retreat. The last couple of members here, including View View, and two members left on the side of Team Secret, were forced to get away from where they are. UI and iShot will be left here, while the rest of Resurgence knocking every door possible, getting the kills. I think that's just on the outskirts of very Pierre just now. Just the moment they want to cross that bridge, they'll be blindsided by Resurgence. iShot will not back down, return back the favor, and firing with the spray just now. Didn't connect so far, but I think he knows he couldn't stay any more than what they have left. They are 4 men for Resurgence. It's not great to stay and extend, and they don't want to be the first one to be out. All their position will be taken away by Yudu Gang for the overall standings.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it just doesn't look good for Team Secret now as a start. Now it's only iShot as well as U High here, the two potentially top fraggers for Team Secret into the grand final. So we'll see how they can last off towards the later stages of the game. Now we do see here iShot trying to get out of this interesting terrain, though. Hopefully he can do that and do not give away his vehicle. He's just trying to do that. Okay, I hope he don't slip there. Okay, I'm getting nervous for eye shots, but well, who needs gravity, guys? Who needs gravity? Gravity is non-existent.
Always defying gravity. That's about the beauty of a game. That's why we're not actually being too realistic when it comes to giving a game a go. But then Axis and PX will have a hard time to cross this one. But looking at Resurgence, just almost wiped half of Team, already wiped half of Team Secret just now. And they seem to be tailing behind them. Check. There's also another team at the same time, ESG, around the corner. I don't think they want to be lurking too much. They're right on the spot now. Pamburu knocked them down in the direct line of sight at that. And that's a free kill for Pamburu himself. And Check tried to reposition himself, and the rest of Axis and PX kind of get the information passed back to the teams. A little bit too late for Aikuda that already knocked himself down. There's only 3 members playing for side of Axis and PX, and now they're down to only two members left.
Yeah, I did notice that we started this game with 63 alive, so that's the answer. Axis MPX is actually playing with 3 team members, so looks like Appy is not playing for Axis MPX, so I'm not sure where he is, but hopefully he'll be back in the next match. Now, Axis MPX, they are playing with 2 team members because one of them have been taken out and sent back to the lobby. And now we do see here, EVOS VIP, they are out in the open, refueling their vehicles. It could have been a long journey for them. It is down to the south. They could probably come from school, so it's quite a bit of a journey though. Plus, you need to rotate. You need to decide which bridge you want to go at. You don't want to go to a bridge that potentially is being bridge capped. So it could probably be like, okay, I went to bridge 1, then I move over to bridge 2 because there's too many people there. That could possibly be it.
But back to Net Atai going against Bigatron right across that road there, and he will pan things out. Get that one! Oh, out of the way. And that's Hydra will be back in the lobby. We're talking about last 1 man here for Bigatron, but they still have 3 more to go. So can they clutch this one out, or if they are a bit too soon, they will have to give the position off to Lost Survivor, who happens to crossing that vast sea there. They have themselves a boat, while Bubba are forced to take that longer route, which is going to be on vehicles, which is going to be on the bridge there. While the rest of the team will already place themselves inside of Sonoska military base, a little bit late coming up from Flora. But there you go, they will try to beat everybody out here. Gig Fam happens to spray another team on another boat. Just across them.
Oh man, we don't see this so often. Like there are 2 boats next to each other. This is so exciting. There looks like Last Survivor. Their boat is smoking right now because Jigman is tapping away 4-2-0 here. His shots are landing. We do hear the shots do the... Oh, another explosion for Last Survivor. Oh my goodness. There we go. Zig step back to the lobby. Ecom still survive. No, but how long can they last? Because 4-2-0, they want to get this. Their boat is smoking right now, but they do have the advantage. And now 4-2-0 is moving in. They are swimming here, so I'm not sure what the strategy is. Now, looking over at Damroot, yes, he is now the pilot for his boat. He will try to find a good location here where he can continue on the journey, but he will leave his teammates on to swim to the shore.
Lost Survivor swimming. Not doing good for Gig Fam as long as there's nobody at the shoreline trying to fish all these ducks, all these swimming ducks, or swimming fish, or merman, if you want to call it. It's up to you. But now back to Team No Recall. Yadingo's going against FV. At the same time, Team No Recall just cleared this flute for themselves. They'll be a little bit late when it comes to into that rotation, but they're doing a-okay now. And that AKM, they still need to stock up their gear, so it's still level 1 of everything. But now on this side, they have access at the act. They're not doing well since the start of the game. And they will be the first team to be out there at 16th place, which is not great at all. Already one man lack for that team, lacking of players. And the Saints are being wiped out straight away into the 16th place. Well, FV is kind of sharing the similar fate now for this side, based on how they kind of engaged with so many fights over that side. It was VIP going against Expert MY at the same time.
And now the Dingoes, they have visitors out there, which is Expert MY as mentioned earlier. And now they will try to find out because FV apparently is nearby as well. They are all, let's see, they are somewhat in the circle. That's what I can see. Yes, they are in the circle. So there's no pressure from the blue zone for now, but pressure is coming from left and right. Their flanks, they need to take care of it. So it's not going to be easy. You're going to take care of multiple flanks, especially if you are low on manpower. Now, Dylan looks like he's in trouble there. He will be taken out by Jazz. Evol's VIP still have a full squad. They are in the circle still. And now they have this compound, which is pretty safe for them for now.
Couldn't stay safe enough. We're talking about a couple of teams already advancing way earlier than they are, which is Expert MY. There's also Dingles at that side. Speaking of which, Dingles got themselves already one chicken dinner on day one, but they don't seem to keep up the momentum or that consistency. Getting themselves kind of in a hot spot there to get themselves at top 3, maybe a top 5, but not as easy as gonna be. Or not as hard. It will be harder when it comes to the top 3. Sorry for that. And Eva's VIP, one of the teams that's really for North Korea. We're looking at most team kills by Jingle so far, but the rest of the team is gonna be a swimming game all over again.
Looks like Ichong wants to get a revenge for his teammates. They try to tap out those Gig Fam teammates, but then again, the Blue Zone is pressuring everybody 4-2-0 now. It's really low. Ichong will continue his pursuit. He's not letting them go. He's like, you take away my brothers, I'm going to take you all out. And now Ichong, he will try to go for the pursuit here because last of all, we all know that they can still have a shot onto the top 3, but looks like, there you go. Ichong taking out QB. He-Hawks is still in the water 4-2-0 as well, trying to find cover, but Ichong, now he will pop out the first aid kit. He will need to tank out the blue. This blue is still okay, but Ichong nevertheless still need to make it onto land because he can't last in this blue forever.
4-2-0, he got himself first. He landed way faster than Ichong. It was a little bit late when Ichong tried to land himself up to the shorelines there, while the rest of Last Survivor, can they survive this? Most Goku and SP, that's all left. Los Dingos trying to rotate things over, hop onto that UAC. The rest of the team will cross that bridge. They don't want to be pressured by the blue with so many teams having their eyes on them. They have fought to make a move now, rotate as fast as they can, but on the southern side of the map is not greener on that side. It will be more blood coming out because so many teams waiting for these guys to march in their territory.
Oh man, that was just unfortunate for Ichong though. Probably if he still stand his ground, maybe he could have gotten it first, but yeah, it was a really tough call though. The angle wasn't nice. It wasn't on his side as well. So it was a really, really tough call there for Ichong. But well, good job for him. He did the best he could. Now, moving over to Evol's VIP, they have 4 team members still, but then look at this. FV Unbeatable, they are bridge camping there, but they are bridge camping at the blue zone. So it's not in favor of any of these teams. They need to make a move quickly. And now moving over to Bapa R versus Bigatron. Bigatron have a compound, Bapa are just outside of their housing compound. And we do know that Bapa have a reputation for taking out people in compounds. So hopefully, if they want to get through this, they need to clear off Bigatron.
Bigatron, they need that kill. Every single point matters. We're talking about really close gap between Last Survivor and Bigatron. Last Survivor already down to only 2 men, if I'm not mistaken, or even 1 at this point. While Bigatron have still 3 men there alive. They lost Hydra along the way, but now it's time to Bappa out to shine in the very last 2 games here. Where have they gone to? Because we're not looking the same Bappa I kind of missed running into previous tournament, but now on Goku taking the fight on Yudu gang. Knock one down in a very long shot that's happening down NSC with the M16 around ready to knock 2 of the members down. Most documented system on Montara. ESG have to butt in. With taking one out for Yudu gang. They are stuck between 2 teams here. ESG and Yudu gang. There's also lost about only 2 members left. Taking out whatever they can fetch from Yudu gangs in between.
Oh man, Yudu Gang can't afford this really, but maybe there's another team to thank of because Last Survivor, they're tapping on to the side of, let's see here, EVOS, we have, oh, it's ESG, I'm so sorry. So it looks like they have Last Survivor to thank for because that actually buys them some time to hopefully get onto the shore quickly. Now, Fredo is knocked down though, so he'll need help from Jumper. Jumper is still swimming there. This is the Olympics, ladies and gentlemen. We are no longer watching PUBG. This is the Olympics here that we are watching. And now Super has been tapped out by NSP. Now he's been pinned down outside. None of these teams are in the circle except for Last Survivor. They can just walk into the circle, but they choose to gatekeep for now. Jumper still making his way to shore.
Slowly trying to making sure that he won't attract too much attention, taking a breather from time to time here, try to submerge himself into the water way more, but ESG will actually try to scout things out on the shoreline. How can he learn himself without being spotted by any of these teams? ESG managed to get back down on Lasmo's Goku. Now it's all down to NSP left for Last Survivor. If they are too soon, it won't be them representing Malaysia. But Jumper here got finished off. Yudu Gang now is out on 12th place. We're talking about 11 teams left, 33 players alive. I have to say, this is one of the most fastest progress game ever when it comes to Erangel. Still on phase 4, but so many teams already being knocked out and away into the lobby. Net will be actually knocked down here left, and at the same time, the moment Abel trying to help his friend or captain here, being punished hard by Team No Recall on the other side.
Oh, Team No Recall, they are still hungry for this. They still want that third spot. So it looks like Samsy will face the wrath of Team No Recall. Atai went for the revive, but that's not enough time. Simi is now very, very close with a shot spray out onto Atai. Now Simi managed to get the knockdown to Atai. D will finish off. Luxy as well is knocked down. And now Team No Recall, they are in the circle. And now Ned looks like they only have one more team member left. April is still around, but April managed to get away from all that action for now. But how long can he last it behind the tree? Because behind him they said, oh my goodness, that grenade by April managed to get another onto Insomnus. And now April, being the sole survivor, still hanging out for his team. Ned Brother, one of those teams who could benefit really from the points to get into the third spot.
Oh, that's the end of Last Survivor. Plays himself at 11th place with NSP being knocked out and away. He managed to get a couple of kills points there, but it won't be enough if they didn't get themselves one more chicken dinner. On the side of Team No Recall, one of the top contenders still there for the top 3 spot for them. Number 3 spot is what everybody are actually trying to aim for. Insomnus knocked out and away, but still have the rest of the team to work with. So looking at this, is a very crowded area, not favored by the team. Team No Recall at 5 kills and ESG on 6 kills. These are one of the most aggressive team in Erangel right now. Resurgence plays himself already inside of the safe zone. Tara will be following up next, which Bappa already landed himself right smack in the middle as well. We have 2 more members of Team Secret crawling in very soon, but a little bit late when it comes to getting into the safe zone, because they're having problems in the early phase of the game. They got ambushed by, if I'm not mistaken, Resurgence, who took out a fight against them. And now down to Net, Brother April slowly lurking around. Team No Recall pops his head out. There goes April, reaction to it really fast with Star L. Manages to secure 1 kill on his side of Net Brotherhood. And now it's down to a couple of members left. April solo man, but he's not backing down if he falls to take up a fight.
He's not giving this up because those position points, those skill points will still be very, very valuable for Net Brotherhood in terms of their pursuit to get at least a top 3 here. And looks like April will need to be the hero for his team. Now, moving over to Jazz now. Jazz is also the last team member for EVOS VIP. His vehicle is smoking up at this point. He will need to abandon ship. And now Jazz is in trouble. He will be finished up. That's a long distance kill by Boyka. And we know Boyka is good when it comes to those long shots. And he has proven it time and time again.
Strong game at this rate, but at the same time, don't forget the Resurgence already got themselves one parking slot inside of the circle. Trick try to tap things out here. Can they make a clutch in the last few games? Does have to pan it away in the last minute. Very swagging that stylishly getting that kill.
And yep, with that pizza gun here, so looks like has eyes on Pamburu, but Muffin is backing it out, so Pamburu cannot make a move now. Pamburu is in the circle though, playing by the edge, so he's still okay. Won't be pressured by the blue for now, but the blue will continue to pressure as the next circle reveals itself. Now he will need to find a way into the circle because playing too much by the edge means that sometimes you will lose out on the distance getting into the actual circle later on. Now, Papa they still have a full squad here. We are now down to 90. Trick City, he is good with those snipers though. He has eyes on the side of Dingos, so he's still able to tap out any of these team members on Dingos. Dingos just playing by the edge of the circle as well, so it's not going to be easy for them to get into the circle. In front of them, there is Net April.
Bapa having the most team members here. 9 teams left. We're down to top 10 here. 24 players alive. Some of them really have a heavy casualty on their side, including Team No Recall probably. With April only the solo man left. Team No Recall still have a couple of members. Not worry about that. Team Secret only down to 2 men. We're talking about not having 4 men will be at this huge disadvantage, including Yazi Pambu, who's still hugging around the circle there, but trying to stand and not standing out too much and stay away from any fight possible.
And now look at this circle now. Papa is still somewhat in the circle, so they are still in an okay position. Tara, they are also playing by the edge of the circle, so they are okay as a Tara. Still have 14 members intact. That's really, really good for Tara at this stage of the game, though. And now they need to fend off teams who are coming in from their flanks. Just across them, Resurgence is in the circle still as well, but well, doesn't look like Resurgence is in good shape. Lots of red life there that we can see, but oh, look at this. The motorbike coming in from the side of Team Secret. Team Secret only have 15 members here, and now looks like Yuhai will be tapped out by Bard, and now it is only iShots there, but looks like iShots will be finished out by Trick City as well, and Team Secret looks like they'll bow out at 7th place. Will that be good enough for them? We will need to see later on.
Is this the Bapa that we've been missing in the grand finals? They are performing quite well. While Tara taking down on Team No Recall. Bapa still going on more kills. This is what we've been waiting for. Finally, are they showing their fangs here? Isn't it a little bit too late? But we'll see. We will see. And we still want to see their best performance so far. Tara X-Links with a DP28 trying to reload at the same time. Trying to hover around his crosshair on Dingles. Sun will be the next victim. Reposition himself the moment he noticed he overexposed himself. But there you go. Bapa trumping every single person. We're talking about Trick marching in, getting the kills on the front line there. And they have quite a decent amount of loot, but not enough at level 3. While Bigatron want more for their side to get themselves at top 3 for a certain confident position. Getting one more for the side of Resurgence here. While on this side, Bapa keep pinning every single opponent as they can. We're talking about the Papa who used to be #1 back then in the league for 3 weeks.
Oh man, let's just hold our breath for now. We are down to the top 3 teams. Tara, Bapa, as well as Bigatron. Bigatron really want those points because they want to get into the top 3. Bapa, they want that chicken dinner because they want to show to their fans that they are still around. And Tara is of course also playing for pride. It's for playing for positioning in the grand finals because that also means more rewards, of course. Now Bigatron have eyes on to the side of Bapa, but they are also checking their flanks, making sure that Tara do not advance too close to them. They have 3 team members. Hydra is out of this game. And now Bigatron, they need to be really careful. Now it is down to the final few circles. Everyone all in. And Lyrian have been knocked down by Bart. And Bart looks like he is showing dominance against the side of Tara, not letting them advance. So all these three teams, they have three team members on their side for now. Everyone taking their own corners here. But who will make the next move?
Each one of them have 3 to 4 members. Right now, Baba have 3. Bigatron, the same things goes for them. Except for right now, Tara, they have 4 men, but they are really low when it comes to the HP. They're kind of depleted the economy. Boycott trying to take the advantage of third party here. Can he get the extra 1 kill on Ashling? Trying to pin down Tara. Tara got stuck between 3 teams. Baba aim down on Tara. Same goes for Bigatron. And they will try to take each other out here first. Or Tara still occupied with the presence of Baba, who knocked one down. Trix is actually crawling towards his teammates, while Baba Bart and Jenny is trying to give a cover as much as they can. Boyka will toss that nade just now, who hit a little bit lopsided and toss another one. Locking straight over the side of Baba Aya, trying to knock them as much as they can. Lyrian making sure that he knocked one down on Bart, while Rocky taking the advantage to kill steal away, but Lyrian will be punished back first here. And now they're looking at the other side, looking in the wrong direction. Lyrian coming up from Bigatron, trying to get away for another ticket leader, but Tara won't stand down. They want for more. Maffin using the first aid kit, and now back to Bigatron, down to less than 8 people, not only down to 8 people with so many knocks in between. Rocky and Zali with the Bigatron. Oh, down to 3 teams only. Baba have to revive their teammates here. And this side, same goes for Tara Esports.
Oh, Bigatron Boyka, he is far away from his teammates. It's going to be tough for him to be revived now. He will be taken out, and now Bigatron, they only have 2 team members left. We are now down to the top 2 teams because Trick City have been taken out. Sent back to the lobby. Now it's Tara against Bigatron. Bigatron definitely wants these points, but Tara, they want pride here as well. It is a 2-on-3 matchup with Tara having 3 team members. They do have the numbers here though. The circle is just so unkind. Just look at this, the circle. This could probably be a main road final finale circle. It's going to be tough. Now Zali have been knocked out. Now Rocky is still beside him. They can still go for the revive there, and Rocky will pop out the revive while Tara try to find a good angle. Could they go for the rush here? Muffin is rushing towards the smoke area, but now he changed his mind.
Now down to 1 person. Can Zali reset himself as fast as he can? We're talking about 2v3 here against the odds. Bigatron really low on health for Zali, but they have all the men that they need for the firepower. Clipping by the blue. Zali will be knocked down here. Mapping straight on his crosshair, and Rocky will be bleeding out. That is Tara getting himself the first chicken dinner for them. And this is them getting it in the finals 3 days, grand finals on the last day, this second last game in the map of Erangel.
Tara, Proyecto X, your chicken dinner winners in the grand finals here, ladies and gentlemen, playing for pride. But this will place them up and up and up in terms of the standings, giving them more rewards towards the end. But let's just see later on how the points distribution would be. But great play by Tara. They hang on to their locations, they have the numbers, and it's against bigger